So if you see me, pass it. Please, let me be. And just remember, I want to help you. I don't want to hurt you. Just remember, I help you. I don't want to hurt you. So don't take it. My baby cries when he's tired.
I don't know why people call mental health crisis. They don't do anything. I got called by a really good nurse and then he disappeared into thin air and he was going to get me into Tiamarama and get my crisis plan going. And then he said he would get someone from crisis resolution to ring me to make the plan, and she just offered me a suicide risk assessment. It's broken, it doesn't work, they don't do anything.
It's our anniversary. Leave it ajar.
And they don't have any notes, they don't refer to any notes, they got no fucking continuity, and they want me to explain over and over again what my problem is, and I've explained to that fucking place probably 55 times.
Stop at my step.
It's like it's a social experiment to see how much you can fucking cope with. That's the kind of mental health crisis team they are. They bring you the fucking crisis. I'm perfectly fucking capable of bringing them myself. The reason I don't is because they're fucking useless. They do nothing. It's not about feeling better in the moment either. This is what makes me feel better in the moment. Well, Callahan. I know how to self-soothe and I've got a lot of benzos as well. Self-soothing in the moment is not a life. Do you think I can self-soothe when I'm sleeping in a bus shelter? How would anyone's mental health be knowing that that's around the corner? Just either fucking stop persecuting me or come to my side to make them stop persecuting me, or fuck off. Nobody cares about me. I'm so sick of police and mental health crisis team members telling me people are worried about you. If anyone was worried about me, they'd be by my side. And not deliberately calling people they know really upset me and trigger my PTSD because they don't deal with trauma, they just exacerbate it. I've attempted suicide after 2 police welfare checks. That's what it's like. Okay? Anyway, I didn't want to rant, I wanted to feel better. In case anyone is wondering about the busybody calling the police because I was going to die on the 24th, that was because that was the last, that was the end of the last emergency housing period that I didn't know till the last minute was going to be renewed, and it was a fucking nightmare. And I got 2 more weeks this time, and it's coming up to end on the 7th. So now you know what the pattern is. The suicidality comes when homelessness looms, and when nobody who has the power, not just to inform me, but to make the decision to let me have somewhere to live. I'm not tolerating anymore being left dangling until the day before, whether I find out if I've got a home the next day or not. I'm taking matters into my own hands. I make my own decisions. Threat of homelessness has the same effect on your psychology if you end up homeless or not. The trauma of the insecurity is a known cause of suicidality, because the trauma is just the same given that you don't know the outcome. That's the whole point. that is psychological torture, and these nasty pieces of shit at Integrated Services at MSD could give me a week's notice, and they could honour their agreement with me, saying that they know that I'm too unwell to do anything. But they've decided to go a different way, and they've decided to take their delegation powers in the opposite direction by giving me the barest minimum. And so that's Shamila Grant. Now she's the regional manager of Integrated Services, and she's taken Robin Sadgrove's task of lying and gaslighting and bullying me. Now, I've done all of my duties, including those that I didn't even have but were sprung on me because they're gaslighting, lying pieces of shit. But jumping through their hoops, and they're still lying through their teeth and saying I'm not meeting my obligations. And people who say hang in there, it's going to get better, wake the fuck up, get out of Disneyland and live in the real world. And even if this isn't your life, use your senses to pick up on the fact that other people's lives are maybe different than yours. And I did not appreciate my Dr. Elodie telling me today that not everyone's trying to harm you, Caitlin. So firstly, as I said to her, I don't think everyone's trying to harm me. There need not be everyone trying to harm me in order to keep enough people in my life constantly harming me, or multiple people at one time. And it doesn't help to have people telling you in a patronising tone things that they don't fucking know about. A GP should know about serial victimisation and about how it happens more to people who are isolated with autism. So thanks for the support. And why would I be alive for the court hearing? And WINS has been sabotaging my time to the extent that, like, I'm already paralysed, but I'm trying to get an adjournment application in, and I don't need to put this in an adjournment application, but I'm trying to get one of the, I guess there's a specialist registrar for one of the courts to understand what the Human Rights Act is, and to look at the section that dictates to courts and tribunals, in the section under which it is the grounds that it may not discriminate against people with. And he said, "You've lost me. I don't understand how the Human Rights Act relates to your disabilities." It's like, I was a little bit cheeky and I said, "Thanks for your honesty, Chris." And he got the pip about that because he was trying to patronise me and make out that I was talking nonsense, whereas he doesn't know what the fucking laws are that the court is supposed to administer. So the court is not going to recognise my human rights, even though Ministry of Justice has a whole page dedicated to its role upholding human rights. How am I going to fight a system that doesn't even understand that it has to abide by the Human Rights Act, or any of the other fucking laws like the Evidence Act, the Criminal Procedure Act? None of it's been followed properly. How could I possibly imagine that I am going to change the system? I'm broken. No one's going to back me up. This is what I mean. Nobody cares about me. Please, stop it. Even the ones of you who aren't bent or controlled by the bent ones, can you just shut the fuck up about people caring about me? Where are they? You never tell me who they are, who call. I don't know anyone who cares about me. You tell me, enlighten me. I'd like to meet them. God, would I like to meet them. No one who cares about me would call the police or crisis resolution. Because anyone who's ever been within cooee of knowing me knows that I fucking hate to hear from both of those and that they intensify my trauma. So the people who call mental health crisis and police on me for welfare checks are criminally harassing me. Those are people who are trying to harm me, not people who care about me. It's particularly nasty sort of covert aggression. It's of the manipulation tactic called playing the servant, or closely related to it, where people hide their abuse under controlling people with acts that in certain scenarios maybe commonly would be seen as caring. But the doofuses who observe these acts don't listen to the victim who tells them this is harassment. Now we know that in the Harassment Act, sending people presents counts as harassment when it's harming the person, when it's unwelcome. Helping people against their wishes and against their well-being is harassment, not caring. I've got a really, really sore stomach. What people don't realise is stress. I just can't believe how many fucking morons out there. And I don't mince my words anymore, because the morons aren't nice people either. Who write, like, I have clinical stress, and it's a very dangerous syndrome at this point, because I'm too old to, my heart, my cardiovascular risk is heightened now. So I've got a stroke risk, which is why I don't want cops knocking on my door, and I don't want mental health crisis knocking on my door. Those pieces of shit just don't give a shit about what anyone's preferences are. They don't care about what works for individuals with PTSD. They just care about coming and interfering in their lives and patronising them. So, the morons who think that stress is, they can just write anxiety, they are not the same thing. If I don't kill myself, I'm probably going to have a stroke, and it may not kill me, and it just may make me completely incapacitated. And I have to look at facts like that to help me make my decision, because I'm in a lot of danger. And everyone I tell this to uses it against me. Nobody cares about me. There are a lot of people who take great pleasure in making me unhappy. I'm not claiming either way that they're targeting me, but I'm certainly a good target, because they can see me melting down and no one helping me, and that is very satisfying to these fucking losers, and there are a lot of fucking losers like that in the world. One of the leading experts on narcissism say that whilst only about 10% or something like that of the population meets criteria for narcissistic personality disorder, probably 20% reach the threshold of having more narcissistic tendencies than not, making them very unsafe people for the neurotics. Not that it's not all on a scale, it is, but you can draw lines in the sand. And so that's definitely my experience. And so the fucking dickheads, and I'm sorry, but I really dig my GP, but I get furious with her when she dares to fucking tell me that the sky's purple when the sky is blue. It's primary healthcare providers need to know this stuff. They cannot help their patients if they don't believe the causes of their chronic illnesses. They're supposed to be the first port of call to report abuse. Yeah. What does it take for you to finally let go?
If there were something so hard
Damn, my sheets aren't even.